Hello, Christopher Boylan here from the Plantech Nuhaus Design and Build team. Today we are at Shelbourne Road at our new project here at 4 Lansdowne Gardens. On this episode we're going to look at the early stage of site commencement and demolitions. The crew have started and we're going to have a walk through the building and explain to you a bit of history on the building and the proposals involved. So let's go on through and have a look. So here we have the front elevation. You can see the building is a period building. It's approximately 120 years old. The project involves a full deep retrofit renovation, full upgrade and back extension. Just at the front here you can actually see the brick work, and it needs some pointing upgrade. You can also see the nice parapet detailing on the right hand side and the twin gable with centred rainwater. All of the front facade is going to be renovated, new pointing, new downpipes. The waste pipes obviously relocated to the back and rear, and we will have new triple glazed windows. So on the entrance hall here you can see the original mahogany stairs. We're going to retain this area and as much of the original house as possible. The stairs is in a really good condition actually. One of the few pieces of joinery that we can keep. Some of the ceiling roses, the corbels and any of the plaster we're going to bring back to its original state. You can see some of the original floor joists which are now exposed. Our chartered engineers have recommended all of that to be replaced and fitted with new timbers and obviously a full new steel frame. And all of that's going to be opened up at the back for new structural support. So here we have the front reception room, and you can see the condition of all of the original walls are now exposed, and full demolition and removal of the timber suspended floor. That will all be replaced with a new insulated underfloor heating system and full energy upgrade as part of the new mechanical upgrade. The external walls with the brick finish we're going to dry line, and the gable wall and rear elevation we're going to fit with external insulation. We'll walk through the back here and we'll have a look at the open plan area. So in here we have a full structural support we're going to fit with new crittle doors, and this kitchen dining area will be open plan with a new glass wall. On the left hand side we have a kitchen with new bespoke glass sunroom with full panoramic views to the back garden. The chimney rest on the top left hand side here is going to be removed. A steel support will replace the plate and carry all of the joists above. There's also a requirement here for a disability lift for the homeowner to home. So that lift will be bespoke engineered system, and that will go from the ground floor, self-contained, straight up to the attic level. We'll have a look at that on the next stages of our project and we'll go through that in more detail. Today is the heavy strip out and full demolition. We'll have a look upstairs now and go through the bedrooms with you right up to the attic space. So the main stairs again has comfortable 1 metre access, good return landings, and good views to the front garden and Shelbourne Road. New landing area. All of the old cylinders and hot press areas will be removed. Obviously with the new mechanical system there's no requirement for that, and that will be relocated to a plant room with new manifold systems. So coming on through here you can see the original bedrooms and the conditions they're in now that everything's exposed. It's a requirement for our engineers to see all of that before we move to the next stage of our project. An original survey is very difficult to see obviously what's going on behind the walls and plan, so we can only do a visual survey until we open up the structure. But it's a great opportunity for anybody considering an extension to see what they can expect, especially for a period building or even for any sort of a renovation. Some homeowners think they can still stay at home during the home. You can just see it's so dusty, it's messy, and there's debris, there's building traffic, there's materials, and it's just really uncomfortable. We don't allow it, and it's just an opportunity for people to see it now, what to expect for renovations. So this will be the master bedroom and an ensuite, mainly decorative, nothing structural happening here really. The joists will be replaced at attic level, but in general the walls will be all in the same location with new flooring, decorative finishes, and plaster paint skim finishes. So walking towards the back here we have a main family bathroom. Retain the arch similar to the ground floor, a new plaster finish with a hidden keystone lintel. Guest bedrooms, middle rooms, and more bedrooms to the back. Good views to the back garden and good sizes for beds, double beds and wardrobes, and even overflow office space. You can see some of the joists, actually they're not even notched. The ones at this wall plate level are sitting on a timber wall plate, but they're not really notched. They're sitting on anything structural. And down here you can actually see, if you can zoom in there, you can see the pockets, the original pockets. The joists are just floating and just about sitting on the wall plate and lintel. So all of that will be replaced and restructured. So we can make our way up to the attic space now and have a look at that level. This was this was a conversion, an attic conversion, and not part of the original. So you can see the difference of the stairs. The width straight away is obviously narrower. The pitch is on a higher angle. And it's a little bit more pokey and difficult to navigate compared to the standard attic and the original attic, but it does the job. It gets you to the attic level with good head clearance. This window has views to Shelbourne Road and allows more light to come back into the top landing. So the attic is essentially split into two areas. On the left hand side it's a smaller room with a dormer window, which will be the library, and overflow space, storage space, multi-use for family. This area will become storage. Obviously the old tank and all of that you can see in there is not going to be required anymore. It's going to be skipped and removed, but it gives extra eave storage. Most of the attic structure, actually the roof and skeleton is deemed okay by the engineers, so that's going to be retained and it's going to save on our budget. But a lot of the stud walls and purlins and some of the collars will have to be replaced. But in general the main roof structure is okay, and the party wall in general will be okay, with some fireproofing to be added, but in general the condition is deemed okay to be retained. The new lift shaft obviously will come right up to this level, and that will be self-supporting in this area. New insulation and new air tightness membranes to comply with BR regs, and all of the air to water system, heat recovery systems, and new mechanical specs that BR engineer will specify. Small bit of storage within the apex also can be utilised. In the main bedroom area, well, most likely home office. The rooms itself, they're over 8 foot even after the steel goes in, so you got good head clearance, but it will be used as a home office and overflow. And this bigger dormer window gives views to the back garden, which extends about 60 metres. Some of the original features upstairs also contain the mantles and hearth, so we're going to keep as much of that as possible, even if it's only decorative. Okay, let's have a look downstairs and we'll go through the back extension and new build area. Now the guys are still digging and removing all of the site debris and floor, suspended floor, and all of the original joinery here. So this will be the new kitchen space, and on the left hand side we're going to have a bespoke sunroom. Here you can see where the guys are removing some of the original tiles and floor slab. This will all be replaced with the underfloating heating system, fully insulated, and the original fireplace will be replaced for a steel beam, and that will make space for the disability access lift shaft, which will go straight to the attic level. So let's have a look in the back garden and look at the back elevation, and we can show you where the sunroom is going. Pan out here, you'll see the back elevation, which will be all externally insulated, new windows, new downpipes, fascias, gutters, and you also have some pointing work on the chimney breasts, which are in good condition structurally but just need a bit of maintenance. On the right hand side here you can actually see the original brickwork, a labour of love for the owners. They took this down themselves before we got the site and hand scrubbed and cleaned each individual brick, which we're going to reuse on the inside as a decorative finish on the kitchen area and around the chimney breasts. They're from King's Court, so we're going to use those original brick features in the main house. The garden wall here, the party wall here, is obviously in a poor condition. On the upper courses, ivy's got in between the joints, so the top 5 or 6 courses of that will be replaced and removed. So it's common enough. It has your typical issues with the house being 120 years old, full electrical upgrade, full plumbing upgrade, and opening up of works. You can see rotting timbers, dampness, and other issues. We'll come back in about 2 weeks. We should have the foundations dug out, full strip out finished. All of our steel will be in place at that stage, and the site will be a lot cleaner, and at least we can walk through the rooms and go through less noise for you to listen to us explaining what's happening. This is the heavy demolition areas and the messy part of the job. Thanks a lot for joining us today. Don't forget to like and follow us on all our social platforms, plantech.ie and Nuhaus.ie. You can also visit our showroom at Ballycool in Dublin 15 by appointment. Thank you, and see you at the next episode.